It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of it. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Diving forward, and he makes the catch. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. First carry now for Austin Ekeler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete. Here's Austin Ekeler. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down give to Ekeler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. 4th down, here's Daniels. And it falls incomplete. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Goff taking it right to the air. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Goff on 1st and 10. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. Again, it's Gibbs. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here we go with Montgomery. Juke the defender. And he'll go down here at the 16. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another one for Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions, needing 8 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's got it. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard's important and critical in the game of football.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And it stays a 1-possession game at 7 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes out to the left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings him 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down throw from Goff. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This is complete to Patrick. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. In off to Gibbs from the gun. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Throw complete to Williams. He's got it in the red zone. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. second down. Daniels from the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get it back after making their third first-half interception. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action, Goff. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
This is Gibbs on second down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
On first down, it's gone. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Just one quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Goff to the air now. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he gets this down to the 13.